邪魔だ邪魔だ。ガキは公園でラッシュデュエルでもやってろ。
Say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
What's up, guys? Live here at Pro Play Games at ARG Atlanta with Patrick Hoban.
The long-awaited end to Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens has finally arrived, and probably the most controversial spin-off among the fandom due to the massive visual change, and only the second ever Yu-Gi-Oh! To change hands from different studios, this being from Gallop to Bridge, first being from Toy to Gallop back in the year 2000. And now for the final Sevens rundown. Directing and storyboarding this week we have Naoto Hashimoto, with Kazuto Tadano, Hiromi Matsushita, and Yuki Morimoto as the chief animation supervisors for this episode. Director Hashimoto has proven himself as one of the shining stars from Studio Bridge, crafting some of the show's more character-driven episodes, showing just how he truly understands these characters and their connections. Opening up with a somber final duel between Yuga and Luke, removing most of the music and any flashy monster animations. This is a personal and intimate duel between these two characters, and is treated as such. Now, what Hashimoto lacks in dynamic boarding, he more than makes up with his direction, particularly his choice of colors and lighting. Sevens is a very colorful show, even more so than Arc 5 and Zeo. What those shows seemed to nail was that they could be very colorful without having to look like a rainbow just vomited on screen, unlike a certain Bamco show. And Hashimoto, I feel, somehow perfects that balance, similar to both Arc 5 and Zeo. Moving on to the animation set of the episode, Morimoto supervises the first half of the episode with her round and always cute corrections. Much like the old Yu-Gi-Oh! Supervisors of old, she does completely redraw all the work of the key animators here, like Moeka Hosoda, who has some of the more distinctive styles out of all the regulars on the show. Hosoda herself handles the encounter between Yuga and Otis right after their duel between Luke. Luckily, Morimoto wasn't as aggressive here, so a lot of Hosoda's poses are intact, leading into some really good smoke animation as Yuga takes damage from Darkness Deal's effect. This is one of the rare times she's done action on the show, which is always great to see. The next notable cut comes from where Yuga grabs Otis and flies off into hyperspace. I'm not too sure, but this might be the work of Daiteru Nishikawa. I can't really confirm with absolute confidence whether this is their work, but it does look like something they've done on Fairy Tail. The dual mecha and the Otis mecha falling apart is likely the work of the show's mecha animation director, Takahiro Yamada, as you can also see a lot of his corrections all over this episode, including a lot of the detailed mecha close-ups. As Yuga and Otis break apart and Seven Gears delivers its final attack is the work of the GOAT, Shinya Yamamoto. Their timing and effects is, as always, super easy to spot and yet rarely ever disappoints whenever he appears on screen. Ending of his cut as the beam bends, contorts, and finally disappears. Second half of the episode is supervised by our two series character designers, Tadano and Matsushita. As always, their drawings are so good, simple but yet expressive and full of character. This half of the episode isn't as big on animation, but it is carried by, of course, our supervisor's comical and expressive art. Ending off with my thoughts. Sevens honestly has been my dream Yu-Gi-Oh! Spin-off for a modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Animation friendly, lighter tone, and a story that doesn't focus on the whole fate of the world thing. And before this show existed, that was not a very popular opinion for a Yu-Gi-Oh! To have. But it finally happened, and they delivered on those expectations and then some. And all it took was a studio change, which when first revealed honestly shocked me completely. And after a long time trying to get to know the work of the Studio Gallup staff and how anime production work, and here comes this massive face slap. But honestly, Nobuhiro Kondo, Toshimitsu Takeuchi, and the rest of the very passionate staff at Bridge did a damn good job. And all I want to say is thank you. Especially to the staff who actually read my Sevens breakdown tweets. But the story still continues. Go Rush is next, and I'll try to cover the first episode. And this time maybe get the video out earlier. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. So until then, see you in the next video.
Listen, boys and girls, いたいけな少年少女の秘密。本当